guys. Happy Tuesday. It's Yankin' Bank Tuesdays. We're going to do some yankin' and bankin' around a few topics. Frank Turek is actually going viral right now, trending on X for seemingly using the Bible to message that I should be struck down. And that's not the first time he's done that. We're going to get into it. And it will come as absolutely no surprise to you guys that Blakey Neff is upset. I thought for sure yesterday at the end of the episode, he'd reach out. He would thank us for all of our hard work investigating, for having solved the mystery of who was on the rooftop at Losey Center with Officer Bagley. But no, Blakey says I'm putting innocent lives at risk. Really? How? It's kind of funny because I would argue that he's doing that when he continually calls for the conviction of Tyler Robinson in the absence of evidence. Anyway, Frank Turek. Is it Dr. Frank Turek? I think it's actually Dr. Frank Turek. May he forever have a platform. May he forever have a platform, ladies and gents, because from the very beginning of this investigation, it has been abundantly apparent that the public relations directive has been, let them eat Christian slop, right? Let them eat Christian slop is how we will remember this decade. But sir, how are we going to get them to believe that a bullet that could take down 2 moose was magically stopped by Charlie's neck? Oh, remind them how Moses parted the Red Sea. But sir, can we really make them believe that a grieving widow forgave her husband's killer, took over the entire company, and is on a corporate Zoom call laughing at emojis within 6 days of her husband's public assassination? Tell them Charlie's dancing in heaven with Jesus because of all of the merch sales, merch sales, merch sales. Sir, even for us, the sparkly pants, letting his enemies open at AmFest to attack Charlie's actual friends, it feels a bit soon. Time to start dropping the biblical verses about the widow. Honor the widow. Yeah, Frank Turek is of this exact ilk. The call yourself a pastor, memorize a few biblical proverbs, and use those proverbs to justify literally anything, including evil. You justify war. God will bless you if you bless Israel. Really? I think they're raping kids. God will bless you if you bless Israel. You justify obvious lies, holes in the Charlie Kirk assassination. Anything can be justified when you get on this like Christian grift. So he's been trending for the last 48 hours because on Monday, he joined Nicholas Bowling's podcast with this message, which has some people concerned. Take a listen.
You know, my friend Charlie Kirk, a good thing. A murderer degraded Charlie by murdering him, not completely. I mean, he's still alive. He's just absent from the body, present with the Lord. But the murderer degraded his good body. That's what evil does. It degrades something good. And that's what Satan does. In fact, what did the apostles and Jesus call Satan? He's a murderer, a liar, an accuser, a slanderer who wants to steal, kill, and destroy. Mm-hmm. Charlie was murdered. What have we had since then? Lies, accusations, and slander seeking to kill, steal, and destroy. Mm-hmm. Or steal, kill, and destroy. This is spiritual warfare. This is demonic activity. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm talking about Candace Owens. Yeah, it's ridiculous. You don't accuse people of murder without evidence, but that's what she's doing left and right. She's insinuating it left and right. That's evil. In fact, in the Old Testament, Exodus 22:22 says that if you abused a widow or the fatherless, God says, I will hunt you down and kill you with the sword. Deuteronomy 19 in the Old Testament economy says, if you accuse somebody falsely of a crime and you're found out, you get the penalty of that crime. So if you falsely accuse someone of murder and you're found out, you're the one executed. Wow. If we had those laws today, it would shut down the internet, wouldn't it? Because all we do is we have people accusing other people, insinuating innocent people are guilty for a crime they never committed without evidence. By the way, that's why you need 2 witnesses in the Bible, right? You need evidence. You don't falsely accuse people. So this is what evil does. It degrades.
First off, don't you point your finger at me, Frank Turek. I'm pointing your finger at the screen. Okay, secondly, you are quite literally describing yourself, Blake Neff, orbitive influencers who have been screaming for Tyler Robinson to be convicted and have been unable to produce really any evidence, actually. Any evidence which would convince the public that he might have done this. What have you proven? What have you proven other than the fact that you are really angry that you keep being disproven and more people are recognizing that you didn't tell us the whole truth, perhaps, or a different version of events? By the way, Frank, we received an interesting email yesterday and it fact-checked true. We keep wondering about those gloves in the door compartment. Hey, you got a platform. Speak to us about this. What were they used for? You were in the car. You were in the back praying. Because from where I'm sitting, there is currently more evidence that Charlie Kirk was killed from an exploding mic than there is that he was shot from Losey Rooftop by Tyler Robinson. Like a lot more evidence in the other direction. Do it. They're not going to like what comes next.
That we are now going to fight fire with fire. We're going to play offense and we're finally going to be back in the...
Because I'm 100% ready for it.
Deny it, I'm a straight rider. You don't wanna fuck with me. It's crazy, it seems you'll never let up. Please, you gotta keep your head up.